Hello, everyone. Very good morning to all of you. I am Vivek Anand, and I will take your CN lecture today. Am I audible? Clear and loud? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Okay. Okay. So please let me know till what topic you have completed.
Sir, last we were on transmission delay.
Okay, got it. Okay, let me open my slides. Then I'll start. Give me a second. Okay, my screen is visible to you, right? So these are the slides. So I believe you have completed. Okay, you have completed this thing, I think, right?
Yeah.
Source of
Yes,
packet.
sir, this one.
Okay, this one also. How long does it take? 1,000 bytes to propagate over a link of distance 25 kilometers? Propagation speed to 10 to the power meter per second and transmission
Sir,
rate.
your voice is corrupting.
There is problem with the voice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but I'm sorry to say, but I don't have any internet connection except this because this is Marwadi University internet connection and I'm using it.
Now it's perfect.
Okay, sometimes please bear with it. Okay, although lecture is going to record also, so I will upload that recording or Riddhi ma'am will upload this recording. So don't worry about it. You will get the recording. So sometimes it may happen. Okay, because of delay. You know that you are studying that. Right, you are studying that this video conferencing. Okay, I just want to know. Although you will study all these things later, but still, you know which protocol we are using on this Google Meet or any video conferencing app.
IPv6.
IPv6 is network layer protocol. That is UDP. Okay, UDP is the transport layer protocol. Means who is responsible for delivering of this packet to your end? That is UDP.
Google.
So UDP
Google, sir.
is not, yeah, UDP is not reliable protocol actually. Okay, that's why sometimes it may happen that voice is lagging, voice is cracking sometimes in between. Okay, sometimes packet are delivered together. So that's why sometimes you will hear my voice continuously, like without any break. So that is all because of UDP. Okay, so please bear with it. That's all I can say at this point because I don't have any internet connection except this because in my cabin even my internet connection, my mobile internet connection doesn't work. Okay, anyway, so this was the question. I hope you have covered this or not.
No, sir, not covered.
Okay, so when you have covered this, all these things, you were talking about the network matrices. When we are talking about the C, when we are talking about the network matrices, matrices are like somewhat some measurements you are taking. Okay, for example, you want to deliver your packet from this end to this end. So what you will consider, or just take some another example. You are in Rajkot and you want to travel to Delhi. Okay, so definitely you will consider few things. For example, you will take flights or you will take train or you will go by your own car. Okay, by road. So it depends. What is your priority? Your priority is time or your priority is money. Okay, you want to spend limited money. You want to do some cost cutting, or it's up to you. Like you want to enjoy the road trip. So it's up to you. Whatever is your priority, you will decide according to that because flight will take less time but train will take more time, but road trip it might take even more than that, right? Or it depends, even money is also involved, time is also involved. So whatever is your priority, that will be decided by the matrices. Okay, so in the same way, in network also, when you are delivering or you are transmitting the packet from one end to another end. So what is the priority actually? Okay, this is the expedited packet or not? A delay, there is some delay in the transmission link or not? What is the propagation time? What is the bandwidth it can support? Okay, because this line definitely it must be having some capacity. Okay, above that capacity, this line cannot bear that data. So definitely it is depending on this also. So there are so many things when you are studying the network. So network matrices is all decided by like delay, latency, even throughput. Throughput is just like output per unit of time. Okay, per unit of time could be 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 microsecond, or 1 month. It could be anything. Okay, for example, Maruti industry. Maruti's creating almost you can just imagine 1,000 cars per month. So that is a throughput. Okay, 1,000 car per month. So that is a throughput of the Maruti Udyog Private Limited. So just take example like this. Okay, so that you can remember all those things. So delay, loss, and throughput. Delay is like delay when I'm speaking, but you are not listening to me in real time. Okay, packets are getting some delayed. So definitely you will receive all those packets after 1 or 10 milliseconds, after 20 milliseconds. So definitely there is some delay in between. Okay, it is not going to be in real time. And loss is like when you say like my voice is cracking. In between my few words have been lost. Okay, so that is a loss. And throughput, I told you throughput is the output per unit of time. Okay, it could be per unit of time, could be anything, microsecond, millisecond, day, month, year, it could be anything. How you are measuring actually. So packet queues in router buffers. One thing you need to understand, what is the responsibility of router? You are actually studying this. Give me a second. Now, who is this? हेलो जी मैम, किशन सर लैब में है शायद मैम जी. Okay, so I was talking about the router. So what is the responsibility of router? So just understand by some example. So okay, this is the what you are living. This is okay. I take the line because to my house. Okay, no problem. So Rajkot to Delhi, you want to go? Definitely, there would be like multiple path exist from Rajkot to Delhi, right? So first, you will search on the Google Map. Google Map will tell you some path. Okay, you will go to via Ahmedabad, Ahmedabad to Mehsana, Mehsana to Palanpur, Palanpur to Jaipur, and Jaipur to Delhi. So you will take this route. But there might be multiple routes also. From Rajkot to you will go Disa, Disa to directly Palanpur, Palanpur to Jaipur, and Jaipur to Delhi. Okay, you can take different routes also. It's up to you. So how you will decide all those routes? So these routes are decided by the routers actually. Okay, these routers are like what you call in Gujarati, that is chokdi. Okay, so chokdi has four routes. So you will decide based on your destination on which route you want to go actually. Right. So based on your destination, this router will decide on which path you need to forward the packet. Okay. Router has some tables also in this. Based on this table, router will decide, okay, this is the shortest path and I will forward this packet to this path. So this is the responsibility of router. For now, you can understand this only because in detail, we will discuss routers in the network layer only. Okay, so when A and B, both systems are transmitting packets through this router will definitely take some time, okay, to manage all these packets. So you can see this is packet queuing, and because of this, delay has been created, right? So when this line is available, or you can say there are four paths. Can you see these lines, transmission lines? So there are four paths. So when this router is putting this first packet to this path, and when this first bit of this packet is arriving to this destination or arriving to this next hop or next router, this time will be called as the propagation time. Okay, this time will be called as the propagation time. So I hope you are clear with the propagation time and the transmission time. Tell me the difference, please, if you have studied, please. What is the difference between transmission time and the propagation time? Please reply. Anyone?
Sir, can you repeat? I had some network issues.
Yeah, my question is, what is the difference between transmission time and the propagation time? Okay, no reply. Okay, anyone? There are total of 60 students. Okay, no problem. Okay, no worries. Let me give you some example.
Sir, what is propagation?
That's what I'm asking, Sagar. I'm asking to you, what is the difference between propagation time and the transmission time?
So propagation time is to require the router to push out the packets, and
Okay,
propagation is from one router to the next router. That donates the distance.
okay. See, I'm telling you the actual difference now. These are the two routers, right? When multiple packets are arriving on this router, multiple packets. So definitely router will take some time to manage all these packets. Okay. So what time router is taking to put these packets to this transmission line. Okay. This is the transmission line. So time taken by router to push these packets to the transmission line is called transmission time. But when this packet is traveling now on this transmission line, so first bit will reach to this next router or next hop. So this time will be considered as the propagation time. Means just take like this is one train. Okay, so you know that train is having many compartments. So when engine is touching this station, okay, when the engine is touching this station, that time will be considered as the propagation time, not the complete packet, first bit of that packet. Okay, that is important actually. For example, the packet length is 24 bit and first bit is arriving here on this next router in 10 milliseconds. So that 10 milliseconds will be considered as the propagation time, not 15 milliseconds. For example, complete packets are delivering to this next router in 15 milliseconds. So 15 milliseconds will not be the propagation time. Propagation time would be the 10 milliseconds. Okay, so please keep in mind that. Got it? Is it clear to you now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is about sources of packet delay and all. So you can see propagation time and one packet is going from this line to this line. Okay, one hop to another hop. But first bit will consider always. When first bit is this next hop, so that time will be considered as the propagation time. What time router is taking to put this packet to the transmission line. That time will be considered as the transmission time. Okay, so that's okay. So there is one question for you. How long does it take a packet of length 1000 bytes? Okay, so please note down few fields. 1000 bytes is there. Now this is the packet length of the packets. Now distance, total distance is 2500 kilometers. You need to deliver or transmit this packet to this distance. Okay, and propagation speed is 2.5 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And the transmission rate is 2 Mbps. So what would be or how long does it take? So what would be the total time? Calculate it if you can. See, simple, you need to consider few things. This is 1000 bytes. When I'm talking about thousand bytes, it means you will consider it or you will multiply it with the 8. It means this is 1000 into 8, 8000 bits. Okay, then total distance is 2500 kilometers. So you will not consider kilometers, you will always multiply it by 1000. And when you will multiply it by 1000, you will get result in the meters. Okay, so 25 into 10 to the power 5. 25 into 10 to the power, because 3 plus 2, 5. 10 to the power 5 meter. This is the total distance. Propagation speed is 2.5 into 10 to the power 8 milliseconds. Okay, now you have a total distance, that is 25, because this is also in meter. Propagation speed is also meter per second. So now you can solve this. Please solve it if you can now, and tell me the answer. Still no? Okay, so the answer is 10 milliseconds. Okay, how I'm solving this? Length of the packet, that is 1000 bytes. 1000 into 8, 8000 bits. Distance of the link, 2500 kilometers. 2500 into 1000 meters. So that is 25 into 10 to the power 5 meter. Propagation speed, that is 2.5 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Transmission rate is 2 Mbps. These all informations are given in the question. Okay, nothing have been done till now. This all information is given. Now calculate the time taken by a packet to propagate by using propagation time formula. So propagation time is distance of the link, like how much distance you want to calculate. It is just like, for example, in simple way, just understand this. For example, total distance of Rajkot to Ahmedabad, it is 250 kilometers. If you will drive at average speed of 70 kilometer per hour, so how much time it will take? How much time it will take? Tell me. You will divide it 250 by 70, right? So accordingly, what I'm doing here, this is the total distance and this is the speed, you can say. Okay, this is the propagation speed. So total time it will take 0.01 seconds, and 0.01 second is 10 milliseconds. Simple. Okay, if you want to cover 400 kilometers, your average speed is 100 kilometers. So 4 hours you will take if you are driving on average speed of 100. Okay, although average speed of 100 is very much difficult in India, right? Because there is lot of traffic, lot of congestion. So same thing is in network also. There is lot of traffic, lot of congestions. Okay, you will read this congestion control in transport layer especially. So whatever the things you are seeing on road, okay, just compare the network with that particular example. Because in network also you are transmitting packet to one source to destination. This is all about the network. In road also you are traveling from one source to destination. Okay, there are many intermediate routers. In road also there are many intermediate chowkadis. Right. So according to your destination, you will choose your path. So just understand by this example. So it would be very easy to remember. That's why I'm giving you so many examples like this related to how you travel by road in daily life. Okay, so next is throughput. Like throughput is, I told you, that is output per unit of given time. Okay, so that is like server sends bits into pipe that can carry floods at rate RS bits per second, pipe that can carry flood at rate RC bits per second. Okay, so that is like throughput rate, bits per unit of time, at which bits transferred between sender and receiver. So this is the throughput. Again, these examples are given. For example, RS is less than RC. Okay, RC, you can see what is the capacity actually. Okay, pipe that can carry flood at rate RC bits per second. So RC is a capacity. Okay, so this is the capacity. But if flow is more than the capacity, then what will happen? You know that. Okay, for example, if there is a water pipeline. Okay, this water pipeline capacity, if you put more than this capacity, then that it will explode. Okay, it will be something on this pipeline. So in the same way, this bandwidth is also having some capacity, or this transmission line is having some capacity. If you will give the input more than this capacity, then this bandwidth will discard, or this transmission line will discard the packets. Simple. Okay, sometimes when you see that like timeout, so it means your packet is not arriving at the destination. Okay, so RC is the capacity and RS is the like what is the capacity it can carry flood at rate RS bits per second. Okay, so this is the pipe RS and RC. So when RS is less than RC, so that's perfectly okay. What is average and then throughput? Okay, it is perfectly okay because RS, it means this is less than this, so definitely it can handle. But when this condition will arrive, RS is greater than RC, so what will happen? It is just like bottleneck. Bottleneck, why? You have a larger diameter pipe here. then this pipe will like this. So do you think this less diameter pipe will be able to handle this much of flow? Definitely not. Right? So what will happen? It will explode from here to or here. It will create some leakage in this. So this condition will create bottleneck because here what is the capacity? RS bits per second. In this case, RS is greater than RC, means continuously flow of data is more than what it can handle. Okay, so this will create bottleneck and packets will be discarded. Ultimately, loss of packet would be there. So link on end-to-end path that constrains end-to-end throughput. Okay, so packet loss would be there. So packet loss would be there. You will have to transmit all those packets again. If you will transmit all those packets again it will be discarded. So you will have to repeat this procedure, and this is how network will be congested at some point. Okay, and you will not be able to transmit any single packet from here to there. Next, networks. When I'm talking about the networks, you know that when we are connected by the networks, okay, you are accessing everything, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. You are attending your online lectures through the network. So network could be anything, which is a set of devices connected by the communication links. Okay, or sometimes even you are creating your hotspot at your home, and you are connecting your mobile, tablets, and like 2 to 3 4 devices. So this is how actually you are creating your own networks also. Okay, a node can be a computer, printer, or any other device capable of sending or receiving data generated by other nodes on the network. So you know that even you can connect multiple systems, multiple printers, even whatever the endpoint devices you can connect. Endpoint devices like printer, fax machines, okay, your laptop, desktop, mobiles. So these are all are the endpoint devices. Intermediate devices like routers, switches, hub. These are the intermediate devices, right? Next is type of connections, point to point and multi-point. Point to point and multi-point means there is single source and a single destination. Okay, so this is point to point connection, means there is dedicated line between single source and single destination, and there is a dedicated line. So this is the like best one. Okay, because link is not congested, because this system is only responsible for sending the data and this system is only responsible for sending or receiving the data. But when I'm talking about the multi-point, means this is one sender or receiver, and this is the backbone line. Through this backbone line, multiple systems are connected. You can see. Okay. So what is the advantage and disadvantage of these lines? What you can see in this diagram. The main advantage of point to point, there is no congestion. Okay, because there is dedicated line between sender and receiver. Advantage of multi-point, that cost is it is cheaper. Okay, it would be costlier definitely. Why? Because you have the dedicated line between source and destination, or between two stations. Okay, so definitely cost would be high for this, but here cost is divided. Why? Because there are total of 3 stations are connected. Even you can connect 100 stations through this backbone line. So your cost is divided now. Okay, so this link, backbone link, now it's working for all the systems. Okay, and one more advantage, you know that topologies, although if you haven't studied topologies, then one more advantage, if this system will stop working, then it's not going to affect this complete line. To affect. But in this, if the system is if this system is not working, then no use of this one. Just like system. So this is point to point, multi-point. My voice is lagging. Okay, what I can do, but I mean, I don't have options. You know that this is how I'm connected, and please bear with me. The only option I'm having. Okay, it is for everyone. My voice is lagging for everyone. Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No.
Yes.
It's fine, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, for few it's
थोड़ा सा लेंगे.
okay. No problem, no problem. Don't worry. कोई बात नहीं, झेल लो. एक लेक्चर झेलना है तुम्हें बस मुझे. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes it happen. I understand. Well, it's happening. But like I am telling you that I don't have any option except this internet connection. So this is what I'm using even. I'm
No
connected
problem,
to
sir. Continue the lecture.
I'm connected to LAN cable. So anyway, yes, Uday Raj. I'm repeating that topic. Don't worry. Okay, so I was talking about the point-to-point and multi-point connections. Point-to-point connections are like, just understand this. If I'm like this, for example, there are 4 nodes. I'm connecting all these systems are like this. All these systems are connected by point-to-point link. Means all these systems are having dedicated line between each other, right? How many transmission lines are there? N into n minus 1 divided by 2. If there are n system, then total number of transmission line would be n into n minus 1 divided by 2, right? It means in this diagram 4 into 3 divided by 2 means total of 6 lines are there. You can calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 6 lines are there. So main disadvantage of point to point is its cost. Okay, when you will connect multiple lines between each system, then definitely cost will be increased. Apart from the cost, complications. Okay, why I'm saying complications? If you want to connect 100 systems, then can you imagine the number of wires? Okay, so that would be like web, how you will manage that web of wires. So it would be difficult to manage all these things. So this is the like disadvantage of this. But when I'm talking about the advantage of point to point, so advantage is very simple. There would be no congestion. When you have dedicated road for you, okay, just imagine like this. When you have a dedicated road for you, from your home to some destination, okay, this road is only reserved for you. So definitely it will take, you can drive your vehicle at 150, 140 because you know that there is no one else is allowed to drive on this road, right? So there is no congestion. Okay, data transmission is very much reliable in point to point, right? When I'm talking about the multi-point, cost is cost effective solution it is. Second thing is, if this system stopped working, then nothing is going to be affected. For example, you have LAN in your college. Okay, there are 50 systems connected with each other. If one system will be disconnected, then definitely nothing is going to be affected on the LAN. LAN will start working, even if the system is not working. It is not going to affect. The cost is cheaper. Why? Because this backbone cable is providing connections to every stations. If you will connect 100 systems, definitely you can. Okay, if you want to connect, for example, one more system, you have connected. One more system, you have connected. So you can say elasticity is there. Okay, like flexibility is there. If you want to increase stations, you can easily. If you want to remove stations, you can do easily. So this is one more advantage. But disadvantage, congestion. Okay, now it has become public road. When it is public road, you will have to keep in mind a lot of things. Okay, anyone can travel on this road. So when anyone can travel on this road, definitely congestion will be there. Okay, this is not the private road now, but here this is private road. Got it? Difference is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next, okay, point to point, multi-point, these are 2 times, okay. Okay, next we are talking about the type of networks. So type of network, this is all based on the geographical distances. Okay, LAN, WAN and PAN. So LAN is the local area network, MAN is the metropolitan area network, WAN is the wide area network, and PAN is the personal area network. Okay, when you're talking about the LAN, so in your college, in Marwadi University, you will find that there are different number of labs. Okay, different number of labs. Means lab number 1 there are 60 PC, lab number 2 there are 50 PC, lab number 3 there are 70 PC, for example. Okay, don't compare with the actual system. Yeah. So these are the systems. So this is one single LAN, this is one single LAN, this is one single LAN. Means all those systems are connected with the switches. Okay, or you can understand by this packet tracer. Let me start this. Okay, so here what you can do, you can create your own LAN. For example, you can create multiple PCs here. 4 PCs you can connect. This is one LAN. Okay, what I will do, I will connect all these PCs with the switches. So one switch is there. Now what I will do, I will connect this switch with this router. With this router, I will connect with another switch. With this another switch, I will connect multiple PCs again. So this will create a single LAN so that you can understand the concept of the LAN, how it's working. Okay. So you can see here now, this is one separate lane. I can say this is LAN number 1. This is one separate lane. I can say this is LAN number 2. Okay, why I am saying like this? This is LAN 1, this is LAN 2, because this is local area network. All these PCs are connected with this switch. They can interact with each other easily. They are on the same LAN. But all these 4 PCs are connected with this switch. They are on the different LAN. And all these LANs are connected with this router. Okay, routers, it means different path may exist from this router. One path may be like this, one path may be like this. So when you are pinging or when you are trying to transmit a packet from here, let me change the color, from here to here. Okay, from this PC to this PC, then definitely you are actually transmitting the packets out of the LAN. Okay, so packet will go through this router. Packet will have to cross this router. Packet will go to switch, switch to router, router to again switch, like this. So this path it will follow. So this is the LAN. Okay, concept of LAN is very simple. Local area network, when things are connected locally, then it is local area network. When things are connected, you can say city wise. Okay, if you are considering one city network, for example, Rajkot complete network, or when you are talking about the complete data, understand by this, like, okay, this is for Rajkot city. There are like what I understand, although I don't know much, but like road is going to Rajkot, going or leaving Rajkot towards the Gondal from this road only, right? From this road only. This is the only gateway to enter and to exit from the Rajkot by the Gondal side. Next is to Ahmedabad. To Ahmedabad, you know that this path actually covers the Ahmedabad road. Chotila is the like gateway, you can say. Okay, so this is the like one more exit, entry or exit point. One more entry or exit point, that is the Morbi road. Okay, so these are the 3 roads. So traffic is coming from all these 3 gateways. Okay, all traffic is leaving Rajkot from all these 3 gateways. So this is the complete city traffic. So the complete network or complete data in this city area, it will be considered as the MEN, metropolitan area network. In this metropolitan area network, there might be different buildings, there might be different institutes. In those institutes, when you have a particular systems are connected, you will consider all those systems as the LAN. But this complete city network will be considered as the MEN. And when this multiple cities network or multiple countries network will be considered, then it will be considered as the WAN, what you call as the internet, wide area network. Okay, wide area network means there is no such limitation of the distances. Okay, it is not very much limited to one city or it is not very much limited to the country. Okay, you can even do the WhatsApp call to the person who is sitting in US or who is sitting in the UK. So distances are not the barrier for the WAN, but distances are the barrier for the LAN. Okay, when you are talking about the PAN, personal area network. Personal area network is thing when you are creating or when you have turned on your Bluetooth connection, and through that Bluetooth connection you have connected your laptop and you are transferring files from your laptop to mobile and your mobile to laptop. So this is your personal area connection, personal area network. When you are creating your hotspot, you don't have internet connection, but you are creating your hotspot and you are transferring your file from your system to mobile and mobile to system, like share it. Okay, so this is like personal area network what you are creating. Or if you are connecting two laptops or two desktop from some wire, then it is also an example of the personal area network. Okay, so this is LAN, small area network such as building offices. I told you it is very much limited to the geographical distances. Okay, you cannot expand it to larger areas. Connecting two or more personal computers, it is less costly definitely because you are considering few systems, not so many. Data transfer is extremely faster. You know that LAN speed is 100 Mbps. Okay, even it must be showing here. Okay, in MU it's not showing. Otherwise, you can say when you will connect LAN cable to your port, it will show 100 Mbps LAN speed. But actually, you are not getting 100 Mbps ever. So data transfer is extremely faster on LAN, provides high security because it is on local. Okay, so when you are considering local system, then definitely it is secure. But when things go outside of the network, then definitely it is unsecure. Next is PAN, personal area network. So personal area network, I told you when you are creating or you are connecting multiple devices. Okay, so it will be called as personal area network. So network arranged within individual person. Covers an area of 30 feet. Personal computer devices that are used to develop the personal area. Networks are the laptop, mobile phone, media players, and PlayStations. Like Bluetooth connections. Okay, you are connected with your headphone with the Bluetooth, then it's a personal area network. It's not a LAN, it's a personal area network. Okay, so type of personal area network, that is wired and wireless. Wireless, you know that Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Wired means you are connecting your system with some wire. Okay, so next is MEN, Metropolitan Area Network. I told you Metropolitan Area Network, you can understand like this. BSNL, you know that everyone, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. It is in small villages also. It is providing network connectivity. It is providing broadband connection to small villages also. But MTNL is for metropolitan area only. Okay, Metropolitan Telephone Network Nigam Limited. It is in Delhi. It is in Ahmedabad. Sorry, it is in Mumbai. Okay, it is in Chennai. So MTNL is in metro cities only. Metro cities means there are four actually metro cities. Although there are many cities which can be considered as the metro cities, but MTNL is mainly in two cities. Okay, Delhi and Mumbai. MTNL network. So that is all based on the metropolitan area. Okay, means the geographical distances. What geographical distances it can cover actually. Next, BSNL, MTNL, and the VSNL. VSNL is Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. Okay, it is not limited to the country only. It is like the complete country data is going from this VSNL. VSNL is managing all the communication in this country. Okay, nowadays Geo is also one part of the, you can say, VSNL and all. They are also responsible for that. It covers a large geographical area. Okay, large geographical area by interconnecting different land to form a larger network. So I told you like this is one Rajkot city. So in this city, there might be multiple buildings, multiple institutes, multiple LANs. All those LANs are connected with routers, different routers. So this complete area or complete merger of the LAN will be considered as the MEN, Metropolitan Area Network. Okay, government agencies use MEN. It has a higher range than the LAN. Next is wide area network. Wide area network is like internet. It is not much very limited to the geographical distances. Means through the WAN, you can connect with the person who is sitting in another part of the world. Okay, so you can communicate easily with the other person who is sitting in Norway, who is sitting in London, who is sitting in South Africa. So it doesn't matter. Okay, distances doesn't matter for the WAN. It extends over a large geographical area, such as states or countries, quite bigger network than the LAN, used in the field of business, government, and education. So definitely WAN is very helpful. Through the WAN only, you are accessing internet these days. Okay, you are accessing any website, uh, even those websites which are not available in India, but still you can access all those websites. Okay, if those are not banned in India, definitely you can access all those websites also. Next, we are talking about the categories of topologies. Categories of topologies, mainly mesh, star, bus, and ring. This is all about the structure, how you are arranging the network. Okay, let me show you. So what topology you can consider is, if you will take this topology only, okay, consider this one. Then what you can see here. What shape you can see here? Tell me please. Okay, Shranik, I know, but it's okay. So, what shape you can see here? My question is, you can see the star, right? Star is like this only. So, this is star topology. Means when multiple systems are connected to some central controller. Okay, so here switch is the central controller. Means every communication is going through this switch. Okay, this one is the also star topology. So these two star topologies are connected with the router. You can see this is the router. Okay, so topologies define the actually physical structure of the systems, how you are arranging those systems. So we are talking about mainly four topologies: mesh, star, bus, and ring. When you are talking about the mesh means complete graph. Okay, complete graph. What I'm saying, complete graph means every system is directly connected to every other system. Okay, like point to point link is there. So you can see this system number one, this system number two, three, four, five. So how many lines would be there? Remember that formula? N into n minus 1 divided by 2. 5 into 4 divided by 2. So 5 into 4, 20. 20 by 2, 10. Okay, so total number of lines are 10. So you can see this is the mesh topology, but definitely it is costlier. Okay, it is not cheaper, right? So this is costlier topology. The advantage of this topology is there is no such congestion because every system is directly connected to the every other system. So there is no such congestion. This connection is reliable. Okay, the connection, even transmission is much faster as compared to the other topologies. But the problem is the transmission lines, number of transmission lines. If you will connect 100 systems, it will become very much web. Okay, so it's not very easy to maintain then. Administrator will feel so much of difficulty to maintain this topology. So that's why this is not the practical one. Next is star topology connecting four stations. What you can see in the packet tracer also. There is one central device. Through this device, four systems are connected. Okay, even what I have done. You can see this is the central device. This switch is the central device. From this switch, multiple systems are connected. You can see here. So this is the star topology. Okay, what is the advantage of this star topology? Advantage is that everything is going through this switch. Okay, so it is like maintenance of this topology is very much easy. When you want to add another system, if you want to add another system, what you will do? You will add this system with this switch directly. Okay, there is no such problem. It's very easy. Okay, for example, if I want to add one more system, so easily I can do that. Okay, this is PC. I am putting that PC. I will connect this PC. I will connect this PC with this switch. So easily I can connect. Okay, so flexibility is there in this star topology. But the main problem is if I will see, the main problem is if I will delete this, then all these five PCs are useless. Okay, they are just standalone system, nothing else. Okay, so this is the main disadvantage of the star topology. I'm showing you. Okay, so next is bus topology. Bus topology is like what we are using practically. In the computer lab, you will find this. Okay, even you have water connections. Okay, like corporation line you have. Okay, in Rajkot, it's corporation line. So you have the main corporation lines. You have your home here. You have multiple homes, for example, like this. So what they will do, they will take in connection, water connection from this. Okay, so they will connect their pipeline with with this main pipeline. Okay, so that is the bus topology. So in the same way, one backbone cable is there. Backbone cable is underground. Okay, it is there, and one ISP is connecting this sub part or branch cable to this backbone cable and providing you the internet connection. So this is the bus topology. Got it? Next is ring topology. Ring topology is again simple although, but it is having issues also. Okay, ring topology is like this. Okay, ring topologies are like this. Multiple systems are connected, but in a ring manner. Okay, what is the problem with this ring topology? The problem is if this link will break, okay, if this link will break, then the transmission will be stopped. Okay, because this is the only link here. And if there is some urgent delivery of some packet, okay, for example, this system wants to transmit some packet to this system, definitely this ring has to rotate. Okay, so that's after crossing after crossing two PCs only, the packet will be arrived on this PC. Okay, so definitely it will consume time. It cannot deliver like this because packet will be transmitted in ring topology in one direction only. Okay, not in two directions. So it is in one direction only. So it will take a lot of time, but it's very easy to manage. Why easy to manage? If you want to connect one more system, you will add that system here and like this connection would be there. Okay, so it is easy to manage, but the problem is if this link is broken anyhow, then this complete network is useless. Okay, you cannot do that, and time consuming it is. So this is the ring topology. Next is isolated LAN connecting 12 computers to a hub in a closet. So you can see this is hub. Okay, hub is a like device from which you can connect just multiple systems. Okay, so this is how actually you are connecting multiple systems from here. So this is creating a LAN. Hybrid topology, when I'm saying a hybrid, okay, hybrid means more than one topologies are there. Okay, it is not about the star or it is not about the mesh, but you are mixing more than one topology. So a star backbone with 3 bus networks. So you can see this is the star topologies. Why? Because hub is connected and through the hub actually multiple systems are connected. But through hub this backbone is there. From this backbone multiple systems are connected. Means this is bus topology, and through this hub you are creating the star topology. So star plus bus, two topologies have been used in this diagram. So that's why I'm calling it as hybrid. Okay, next is classification of transmission medium. I believe I should end here. Okay, so if you have any query, then I can take your questions now. Please ask your questions. Please ask your queries without any hesitation. Any question, students? Okay, no query from your side.
No, sir.
Okay, everything is good till now. Okay, so we have covered till slide number 47. Okay, hybrid. Next lecture, you will study from this classification of transmission medium, that is guided and unguided. Guided means through wire, unguided means wireless. Okay, when I'm talking about the wireless, then there are radio waves, RF, microwaves, WiMAX, and infrared, and there is infrared also. Okay, infrared actually you are using in TV remote only these days. Okay, earlier it was in mobile phone also, but these days it is in TV remotes only. Although TV remotes are also based on the RF these days. Videocon D2H is based on the RF, but other DTH remotes are based on the infrared. Okay, so it totally depends what guided or unguided medium you are using. So you will read this topic in next lecture, I believe. I should not start this because it will take time to complete this. Okay, anyway, so let's take attendance then. Okay, be there. Please let me take the attendance. Yeah, okay. Mercury. Okay, so I have covered till Prachi Patel. Okay, next. Sakshi. Top. Okay. All right. So your attendance has been completed now. So still, if you have any query, please ask. Otherwise, we are good to go now. Still, we have 2 minutes. If you have any query, please ask. Okay. If not, then you may leave, please. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, any idea about offline classes?
Sorry.
Any idea about offline classes? मतलब कब
Okay.
कॉलेज
Okay.
शुरू होगी या कुछ
No,
idea
no,
है?
no, no, no. I am not having any idea about the offline classes. Definitely, you should talk to your HOD regarding this. Okay.